Hmm.
So how many feet in a mile?
Oh, no. Don't do this.
5,280, obviously.
That's the sound a possum makes when it gets hit by a calculator. Like, why? Why is that even a number?
Exactly, because today we're talking about America's weirdest love-hate relationship with the metric system.
Or as I like to call it, the system that makes sense and the country that doesn't.
Nice job writing this.
That was you.
This is the story of how the United States almost switched to metric and then didn't over and over and over again.
It's a tale of pirates, presidents, NASA crashes, secret committees, and why your soda bottle is in liters, but your gas is in gallons. That's a very good question. Actually, I think I just noticed. What?
Buckle up. We're going 88 kilometers per hour.
Not a Back to the Future reference.
No, that's 88 miles per hour.
Oh, well, okay.
We
Got the 88 part right.
We can't say miles per hour. Then it's Back to the Future and they'll sue us.
Let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the very beginning. Sorry.
You told me not to play with this, but I'm going to have to now.
Okay, let's start at the beginning. The metric system is basically the child of the French Revolution.
And like most children of revolutions, it was born out of chaos, blood, and a desire to tell the church and monarchy to go jump in the Seine.
Yes. It started in the 1790s. France was like, what if we based our entire system of measurement on logic and the earth instead of like a king's thumb or some barley corns?
So they came up with the meter, defined originally as 1/10,000,000th of the distance from the equator to the North Pole. Very fancy, very Enlightenment.
And everything was in powers of 10. No more 12 inches in a foot, 3 feet in a yard, 1,760 yards in a mile. Just move the decimal.
Easy, rational, elegant. It was like science's love letter to measurement.
By the early 1800s, most of Europe was starting to adopt it. Even Napoleon was like, fine, let's do this.
Did Napoleon have to, climb up to the table to read the...
Probably did.
Meanwhile, in America...
we were still counting stuff with sticks and shoelaces.
Were?
It's like girl measurements. Have you never seen the joke about how girls measure? Like if you're moving something?
Sure.
We don't use measuring sticks. Tape, whatever they're called.
Okay, not quite, but close. We were using a mix of British imperial units, inches, feet, gallons, and local variations. It was chaotic.
Thomas Jefferson wanted us to switch to metric. He saw the French revolutionaries doing it and was like, that looks neat.
But here's the kicker. In 1793, the French tried to send a standard meter bar to the U.S. by ship.
And it got captured by pirates.
I swear we can't make this up. Metric America was lost to the high seas.
So instead of going metric in 1790s, we stayed with whatever system we were cobbling together at the time.
It got so bad that by the mid-1800s, Congress had to pass laws just to standardize our feet and pounds. People were using slightly different versions in every state.
But here's the weird part. Well, another weird part. Even as we were using imperial units, the scientific community in America was already moving towards metric.
Because it's better. It's just objectively better. For math, physics, chemistry, astronomy, you don't want your moon rocket to be off because someone confused a rod and a cubit.
Spoiler alert, that's going to come back later.
Way to spoil it.
I did say spoiler alert.
So you didn't give anybody enough time to pause and fast forward and tell them where to fast forward to. In 1866, Congress passed the Metric Act, which legalized the use of the metric system in the U.S.
Legalized, not required.
Right. They were basically saying you can use it if you want. We're not mad.
And very few people did.
But behind the scenes, the U.S. government started working in metric more and more. Scientists, military engineers, industrial designers, they were already bilingual.
The public? Not so much. They were still measuring their cows and hands and their whiskey and pints.
How many pints have you had today?
Not enough.
Why don't you have to deal with me? I saw that look. Our listeners will get to, though. Fast forward to the 1970s. America is in a strange place.
Watergate, gas shortages, bell bottoms. And suddenly we're obsessed with the metric system again.
Why?
Because the rest of the world was switching, and it was getting awkward.
Cars made in Japan, metric bolts. Oil companies, metric barrels. International trade, metric tons.
America looked around and realized, oh no, we're the weird ones. I like being weird.
That explains it.
Mhm.
I'm glad you like being you. So in 1975, Congress passed the Metric Conversion Act. It created the U.S. Metric Board and declared a national policy to coordinate and plan the increasing use of the metric system.
And by coordinate and plan, they meant gently suggest it while doing almost nothing.
The plan was voluntary. No mandates, no hard deadlines, just vibes.
Then came along President Ronald Reagan in the 1980s, and he was like, this metric stuff smells too much like government planning.
So in 1982, he abolished the Metric Board.
Poof! Just like that, gone.
And the U.S. went back to its comfort zone, a land where a tablespoon, a short ton, and a nautical mile all mean completely unrelated things.
Okay, so by the 1990s, we're still not metric, but now it's costing us.
Enter NASA.
In 1999, NASA launched the Mars Climate Orbiter, a $327 million spacecraft.
Its mission? To seek out new life and new civilizations.
Or,
study Martian weather, atmospheric data, the usual science-y space stuff.
except,
Somebody at Lockheed Martin was using imperial units, specifically pound-seconds of force.
and someone else at NASA assumed it was metric, newtons.
So the orbiter went into Mars orbit and then promptly burned up in the atmosphere.
Gone. Poof. Because two systems couldn't agree on what a number meant.
Imagine losing 327 million because America couldn't let go of the foot.
And that wasn't the only case. Construction errors, medical dosage errors, even aviation disasters have been linked to metric-imperial confusion.
You know that saying, pick a lane.
We picked a whole spaghetti junction instead.
So here we are in 2025 and we're still stuck.
We live in a hybrid measurement dystopia. Your soda comes in liters, your gas in gallons, your gun ammo in millimeters, your oven in Fahrenheit, your drug prescription in milligrams.
We are a nation of contradiction.
Yes, we are.
We cling to yards for football, but our 5K races are
5K. Sorry, I stole it. Because metric sounds athletic.
The government mostly uses metric now, so does the military, medicine, science, tech, and the auto industry.
But culturally, we are stubborn. And the public still thinks in feet, miles, pounds, and inches.
We even tried switching our road signs in the 1970s. There were a few pilot programs, some signs in miles and kilometers.
People freaked out. Congress pulled funding after like a week.
We could land a rover on Mars, but tell people their speed limit is 100 and they'll start screaming socialism.
To be fair, that does sound a bit fast.
You're wrong.
I know.
So
know how that works.
So why didn't we switch?
It comes down to three things: inertia, identity, and, of course, politics.
First, inertia. People don't like change, especially when they don't see the immediate benefit.
Second, identity. There's this weird idea that the metric system is somehow un-American.
Which is hilarious because it was championed by Thomas Jefferson. You know, Mr. Declaration of Independence.
Third, politics. Anytime a government tries to make sweeping change, people cry, overreach.
even if it's just changing the label on your milk carton from 1 quart to 0.95 liters.
And let's be real. Fox News would run a week-long panic about Biden banning inches, even though he's not in office anymore.
Inch lives matter.
Stop the scale. I'm sorry.
Stop laughing at my jokes.
That one was funny. Doesn't happen that often. Take the win.
So where are we compared to the rest of the world?
Every country on Earth, except 3, has fully adopted the metric system.
Let me guess. The U.S. and...
Liberia and Myanmar.
2 countries dealing with civil unrest and developing infrastructure. And us.
We are the only wealthy, industrialized country still clinging to inches like a toddler to their favorite blanket.
It's not just funny, it's expensive. Version errors cost businesses millions. International engineering is a nightmare. Education is harder.
Meanwhile, metric kids are out there moving decimals around like they are playing Tetris.
So is there any hope?
Maybe. Slowly. Generation by generation, things are shifting.
Science class teaches metric. Medical dosages are metric. International companies only make metric products.
But until there's a national push with real education, real signage changes, and real commitment, it's gonna stay messy.
Or maybe we'll finally do it. The day another Mars mission crashes.
Or when Americans realize the metric system makes baking easier.
Hey, if croissants can't convert us, nothing will. That's it for this episode of Time Tellers. I'm Dan.
And I'm Renee. And remember, whether you measure in feet or meters,
just don't divide by 12 in your head. It's not worth it.
Unless you're building a deck. Then good luck, and may the inches be ever in your favor.
See you next time.
Bye!